Hello, Facebook, YouTube. The day of Jesudia, the archangel. God is the archangel that rewards those for their spiritual labor. No, not fig. She's a false god. Quit acknowledging false gods on God's days of the week. All right, topic of the message. Interesting topic. Oh man, so many messages was flooding my head yesterday that, I wanted to, make videos of, but, video issues. But I'm going to try to get those messages on today some kind of way. But this one really stood out, though. But the topic of this message is called the reality, and this is very important. The reality of being cautious or careful. Of being cautious or careful. Now, here's the thing, what people think that people think that we have this mindset that we miss or make it. We make or miss or make, whatever. It will happen or it will happen or it will not happen. Kind of idea of looking at things, of accomplishments or failures, pretty much. And we think is very cut and dry, I guess the words I'm trying to, say, concerning how life is. But what if I told you that life is not that? Life is not cut and dry. It's not that we miss it. Either we miss it or we make it. But yes, life, that could be the result of what we can do. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, last year, the Carolina Panthers, almost, had an undefeated season. Almost. They lost 2 games. You know what I'm saying? But why didn't other people in the NFL didn't lose 2 games, it's the idea of, about the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors, has this great, amount of wins. And they're winning, a lot of games more than other teams. Okay, why not all the other teams are not, doing what they're doing? What I'm want to show you that there is a place that, in a way of approaching things that I really want to understand, that you can be in a place of execution or failure, to execute. There is a place that exists that, either we make it, we can make it and make it and make it and make it. And yes, sometimes you don't make it, but you can make it more than you miss it. You know what I'm saying? There's a place that we need to understand is within how we look at things and how we approach things. And this is what this message will reveal, that place to you, of your approach of things. See, the idea of being cautious. Now, the idea of being cautious, you think, well, cautious and careful is the same 2 things. But God said, no, they're not actually the same thing. See, cautious is about an idea of preventing of that you're focusing on more likely not making a mistake. Your ideal approach is not making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That the way you prep yourself concerning of whatever you're doing, you're focusing on not making a mistake. So it's like, don't make the mistake. Don't make the mistake. It's kind of like, it's basketball season, so I watch, the free throws. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hitting a free throw, and it's like, don't miss the free throw. Don't miss the free throw. My mindset is like, I'm going through my protocol of dribbling, holding the ball, and my mind says, don't miss the free throw. Don't miss the free throw. Is what I'm saying. What I'm saying. Then all of a sudden, I might make it and I might miss it. But what if, as many times I've been going to the free throw line, I've been missing more than I'm making it? Why is that? Why would I more likely miss more free throws than I make a free throw? See, the thing is, this is the ideal of the cautious approach. You know what I'm saying? Is that it's focusing on that I don't make a mistake, that I don't make a mistake, that I don't make a mistake. But, and you're focused on that. You focus on that I don't do it like this, and I don't do it. It's kind of like a don't do it. Don't, go there. Don't make a mistake. You don't move there. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, because it's like to me, a ideal of a paranoia, kind of approach, that I'm paranoid that I might miss it, I might make it. But let me show you about being careful. Being careful is about focusing on how you go about doing things and making sure that whatever way you're executing what you're doing is following through to where you're supposed to do whatever you're doing. You're focusing on how you're supposed to do what you're supposed to. More likely, I'm focusing on my, if I'm shooting a free throw as a basketball player, I'm focusing on the rhythm of my shot. Like what trips me out that I see sometimes in, basketball games, that you've been playing so much, and you're drilling rush. And what happens is players don't understand the drilling rush of what they've been playing. They got fouled, and now they're at the free throw line. They need certain players, not all of them, certain players need to calm down and relax and focus on the following through of executing their free throws. You might make it, you might miss it, but if you're focusing on executing and following through what needs to be done, and or I might miss it, I might miss it. No, that's not the proper way to really go about. No, as I'm performing and doing what I'm supposed to do concerning my routine of my follow through, I'm focusing on that being executed properly. And I'm being careful in how I do it. And guess what? I might miss. But how much will I miss when I'm focusing on execution is what the ideal of the message is all about. That if I focus on my execution and learning how to execute better, I think I will more achieve than more focus on not making a mistake. Because I learned that, concerning that God is, helping me grow as a Christian, that, Jesus told me, said, Mac, focus on executing what you got to do. And don't focus on not, I'm going to make a mistake. Because everybody, look at Christians like, oh, look, you're making a mistake. I'm making a mistake. Oh, don't focus on, don't make a mistake. Focus on trying to execute or more likely rightly apply the scriptures each and every day, daily. Focus on your execution of performing and doing that is what I'm saying. Loving somebody, speaking to somebody, acknowledging somebody's presence. You know what I'm saying? Focus on, caring about people and caring about how others feel. Caring about helping others best way as possible in little things. Because God started off with the little things. Open the door for somebody. Doing something, little things for showing acts of kindness, little ways. Focus on that. And the more you focus on that, I find out the more you understand how faithful you will want to become to be committed in helping somebody to see an example of you becoming a better person. Don't focus on, I'm going to make a mistake. I'm going to do something wrong and something. But what people are going to really see is you focusing on, like what the scripture says, Philippians, 3:4, it talks about, that, God, Jesus, Paul says, I focus on this one thing, forgetting those things that are behind me and pressing towards the mark of the higher calling. I'm focused on trying to become a better person, trying to get closer to God, trying to get towards God best way as possible. That's my focus. My focus is not on back there, the back mistakes. My focus is on now trying to execute and accomplish what I'm supposed to accomplish to fulfill my purpose, being made in the image and likeness of God. Yes, mistakes will happen, but at the same time, I'm focused on executing, and I'm being careful at how I do it. I'm being careful. God taught me about the ideal of carefulness. It's about ideal of holiness. If you know about the high priest in the time of Moses, that they had to be careful when they go into the holies of holies, and how they, will go in there, because if they're not careful and they executed what they supposed to do, they will drop dead. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't hear the bells ringing, that means they're dead. But the thing is, the ideal being careful is to being holy. You're careful about how you go about saying the words you say, doing the things you do. You're careful. You're conscious. You're not conscious. I might say something negative. I might say something bad. You're not cautious, but you're careful of how you going about performing. And the more you start being careful, the more you start becoming more skillful at what you do, skillful at loving people, skillful at doing the right things. The more faithful you become, you start establishing faith and being faithful to the things of God, and being committed to helping people to shine a light towards them. Not for you to be seen to think that you all that, but to shine a light towards people is what I'm trying to show you, that we need to be about focus on being faithful, but being careful how we go about handling things, and we learn from our mistakes, but we keep pressing towards to be the better person, to the high calling in Christ Jesus. All right, that's the message. I hope you learn how to become careful in how you go about performing and doing the things of God. Yes, you will make mistakes, but don't get in a place of cautiousness that say, I might make a mistake. I might do this. I might do this. I could go to Peter, walking on water. That, he walked, but he sunk. But now God pulled him up. Now he's careful about how he go about doing things, is what we need to see about this performance that God wants us to do to get towards him. All right, that's the message. God be the glory here forever and ever in Jesus' name. Amen.